Hi guys, it's Miss Gilman here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the cumulative review. So a cumulative test, when it says cumulative, that means that everything that you learned from 5th grade up until this point is on this test. So there might be questions here from like unit 1, 2, 3, or 4, things that we've already learned. We've been practicing all year. We've also been practicing when we do our math boxes and practicing some of the skills. So what's going to happen on this test? So the first thing right now, I'm going to show you the study guide, but you should have already done it. I wanted you to try it first. So if you didn't go do the study guide, go do it right now. And I will be able to tell. Okay, I can tell, I promise, because I can see when you did it and when you watched my video. Okay, so if you did not do the study guide yet, go do it now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the study guide with you. I'm going to go and show you how to answer the questions. I'm going to show you how the questions might be formatted. I'm going to show you how to answer different parts of it. So we are going to go through the study guide together today. And I'm going to show you how I answered each of the questions as well. All right. So this study guide will actually be in Wiser Me. So Wiser Me is the program that we're using because that's where your test is going to be. So that's the one that's going to be on this video. Let me make myself smaller. There we go. All right, so this is what your cumulative study guide will look like. It might look a little bit different just at the top, but it's still the same stuff, same questions. So number 1, it says, write the following expressions in the blanks provided using numbers and grouping symbols. Use an asterisk for multiplication and a / for division. So we have 3 different problems. We need to figure out which choice, and there are choices, matches each problem. All right, so looking at number 1, it says, subtract 96 from 172 and then multiply by 4. So what do you have to do first? Well, in this one, you have to subtract first. Then you can multiply by 4. All right, this one says multiply by 4. Awesome. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one says, subtract 96 from 172 and divide by 2. So, So if I look at this, okay, subtract 96 from 172, both of them say that, then divide by 2. That means this is the one I'm going to choose. Multiply the difference of 172 and 96. So I have to subtract first because you have to find the difference before you can multiply. So that's what that answer would be. Number 2A, it says write the expressions from problem 1 in order from least to greatest. Okay. So if I want to make the smallest amount, multiply something, divide something, multiply something. If I want to make it smaller, I'm going to divide. So that one will be my smallest. Now, which one would be my largest? If I multiply something by 4 or if I multiply by 5? For this one, you should have chosen multiply by 5. And then multiply by 4 would be in the middle. Now, did you have to evaluate? On this question, you actually need to type. So you click where the line is right here, and you will type. Did I actually have to find the answers to those questions? No. Why not? Because all of the questions have 172 minus 96. You divide, or the smallest one is the one that you divide. The largest one would be multiplied by the largest number. And I think it doesn't show me, which stinks. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this for you and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to take what I wrote here and I'm going to copy it. Hold on just a second. There we go. I have it on this page so you can see it. So this is what I would have written. Okay, the reason why I would have written it this way is because I wanted to show you guys that I do not need to evaluate that problem to figure out which one was right. Because if you divide by a number, you're going to get smaller. If you multiply, you're going to get bigger. As long as you say something like that, then your answer will be correct. Okay? If you multiply, it gets bigger. Divide, it gets smaller. Fine, I'll take that as an answer. This is just a sample of what you could write. If you need to pause the video and write this down, do that. This might be on the notes that I give you. All right. Number 3, it says write an expression in the blank that models the story. Use numbers, grouping symbols, and asterisks for multiplication and a / for division if appropriate. Great. Franklin is making a footpath in his garden with flagstones. Flagstones are basically big, large stones that you can put in different shapes. Most of the time, they have sometimes different shapes embedded in them, and sometimes they're just big, flat pieces of rock. And not enough to really set furniture on, but like the pathway. It's like you step on it. It's like stepping stones. Okay? So he bought 97 flagstones at the store. He set aside 16 for another project. He placed 3 flagstones in each row for the footpath. Write an expression that models the number of rows in the footpath using grouping symbols in your expression. This is a multi-step problem. What I would do is I would start by thinking about my total, 97, and then I'm going to take away what he set aside. That's the first thing that he does. He starts with this amount and he says, you know what, I'm going to save these for later, and takes them away. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it in parentheses because I want to make sure that that gets first. So gets done first. So I'm going to start with 97 minus 16. Then thinking about this project, it says he placed the flagstones 3 in each row for the footpath. So I'm not going to add 3 because I didn't go buy extra flagstones. I'm not going to multiply by 3 because I don't get extra. I'm going to divide by 3. So whatever I have left over, I'm dividing by 3 so I know how many rows I can make. Divided by 3 equals E. R. I don't care what letter you use. All right, let's do the math. 97 minus 16. All right, 97 minus 16, and I'm going to use my whiteboard, and then I'll show you what I did. 97 minus 16. Let's see. 7 minus 6 is 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. So I have 81 steps. And then I'm going to divide that by 3. 81 divided by 3. All right. 3 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 left over. Bring down that 1. 3 goes into 21 7 times. 7 times 3 is 21 with 0 left over. So my answer would be 27 rows. That's how I did my math. 27 rows. And it already has a label, so I don't have to put it. All right. Number 4. Deidre said that a brick does not have volume because you can't fill it with cubes and then count how many cubes are in the brick. Is she correct? No. Make sure you write yes or no. That part is worth 1 point. So she is not correct. Explain. She is not correct because an object has volume if you can measure the length, width, and height. It has volume if it is 3D. I will take that as an answer as well. Remember, any item that is three-dimensional has volume. A piece of paper is flat, no volume. Anything that is big, my water bottle, my phone, my cup, this has volume. Remember, it doesn't have to fit things in it to have volume. It just has to be thick, has to have 3 measurements. Now we're going to calculate the volume. On this kind of question, do you see the little dot here? You click on that dot and that's where you can enter your answer. So we're going to find the volume. 7, 4, and 6. All right, I can do volume a few different ways. I can add the pieces in here. Absolutely. Count the number of blocks, fill it up with blocks and count it that way. Great. I can do base times height. I also can do length, width, and height. I don't care which way you choose. Choose one. 4 times 6 is 24 times 7. Okay, I'm going to do that on my whiteboard. I suggest that you have paper. I suggest that you do it on your paper. 4 times 7 is 28. Carry my 2. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 18. So my answer should be 188 cubic centimeters. Now, this does not have a label. You must put the label in. So 188 centimeters cubed. That's how you write that. That's how you write that answer. Hold on, I think I messed up. Yeah, kids, wait, hang on, freeze. It's not 188, my bad. Oops. Because 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. My bad. My bad. So if you had 168, then you were right. See? Teachers make mistakes too. And now that I have my answer in there, it probably won't stay on there, and that's okay. So it's there. I see it. Done. Describe 3 different ways you can calculate volume. Base times height. By the way, these are questions on your test. Length times width times height. Fill with cubes and count them. Done. Done. All right, follow the instructions, make an estimate and solve. So an estimate for 512 times 68. You know I like it simple, so I'm going to do 500 times 70. 5 times 7 is 35, and I have 3 zeros. My estimate should be about 35,000. Write the number sentences to show how you estimated. I did 500 times 70 equals, again, 7 times 5 is 35, and there are 3 zeros. What is my exact answer? All right, 512 times 68. I'm going to do this on my whiteboard so you can see it. All right, here we go. Here we go. I hope that you can see my whiteboard. I'm going to do it on here. It should be on there, but I hope that it is. All right, here we go. 8 times 2 is 16. Carry my 1. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 8 times 5 is 40. You know me. My X's and the O's, they haunt me. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. And 6 times 5 is 30. Let's add it up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry my 1. 7 plus 1 plus 0 is 8. Might help if I write neatly. 4 plus 0 is 4. 3 plus 0 is 3. All right, 34,868. I'm sorry, 816. 34,816. 34,816. Is my answer reasonable? So my estimate originally was 35,000. My answer is 34,800. Is it reasonable? Yes, please. Number 6, give an estimate and then solve. All right. 65 times 73. I'm going to do 70 times 70. 7 times 7 is 49 with 2 zeros. 70 times 70 equals 49 with 2 zeros. That's how I would do it. Make it simple. If you want to use 50 times 100, okay. Whatever you want to do, make it simple, guys. All right, time to do the math. 65 times 73. Here we go. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry my 1. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. X's and the O's, they haunt me. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry my 3. 7 times 6 is 42, 43, 44, 45. Add it up. 5, 4, carry my 1, 7, and 4. Are we correct? Is my estimate close? Let's see, 47, 45, minimize, yes. 4,745. Is that close to 4,900? Yeah. Done. All right. And we are almost done, guys. We have a few more questions. I know it's a lot, but that's why I'm reviewing it with you. The good thing is this video is public. You can watch it as many times as you want. Slow it down. Redo it. Come Monday with questions. Email Mrs. Manning today with questions. She's available. All right, 8A. It says, this drawing is a model of a tree house with a cutout to fit around the tree trunk. What is the approximate volume of the tree house? So the way that I would do this question, and I'm going to bring my little whiteboard back up, and I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. So you kind of can see what I'm doing, but you also can see the question. The way I would do this question is I would do the volume of my outside box first minus my inside box. So we have 10 by 10 by 6. Okay, 10 by 10 by 6. So the first thing I would do is I would find that volume before I do anything else. 10 times 10 is 100, times 6 is 600. So if it didn't have the cutout, your volume would be 600. Okay? Now I need to take out what the cutout is. And the way I figure that out is I use that volume. I do 4 by 4, and it's still the same height. Because the tree trunk starts at the ground and goes all the way through. It's a hole, right? So 4 by 4 by 6. Okay, 4 times 4 equals 16. 16 times 6, let's see, 36. 96. So we're going to do 600 minus 96. 600 minus 96. 0 minus 6 is 6. 0 minus 9 is 9. 6 minus 0 is 6. Is that right? No. I didn't borrow. You guys know this. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 5 minus nothing is 5. Your answer should be about 504 cubic feet. That's not my final answer. So this is cubic feet. Okay? Your answer needs to be in cubic meters. Your answer should be in cubic meters. So now I need to divide this by cubic meters. How many feet are in 1 cubic meter? Does anybody remember? If this is 1 cubic meter, 3 by 3 by 3. How many feet are in 1 cubic meter? So now we're going to do 504 divided by 27. 27 goes into 50 one time. $27 goes into 234. Let's see. 27 is close to 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Let's try 8. Let's do 27 times 8. See what we get. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 5 is 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There we go. It's close, right? 226, 234. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Let's try it. Subtract. 4 minus 6 you can't do. 14 minus 6 you can. Your answer should be 8 left over. So your answer should be 18 and 8/27ish. Now, I'm going to say that 8/27 is really close to a half. So 1/8 and 1/2 ish. Ish. Now, it says about. So if you say about 19, I would give you credit. If you said about 18, I would give you credit because it says about. Okay, I would take either of those answers for that question. All right, here we go. Explain how you found the approximate volume. Okay, what were my steps? I found the volume of the whole box. I found the volume of the small box. I subtracted, and subtracted it. From the whole box. Then I divided that by 27 in order to change it from cubic feet to cubic meters. Done. Something like that would be perfect. Okay? Something like that would be perfect. Now, there is an option for you to have an answer voice recorder with your voice. I would prefer you to type it out. If you are a student with an IEP, if you are a student with an issue where your typing is not working or something along those lines, you may contact me on Monday and I will tell you whether or not you're able to use this. Okay? You are not able to do the voice without my permission. If you do, it will be marked wrong. You need to ask first. Okay? Number 9. Vanessa is packing lemons into sacks for sale at the farmer's market. She has 83 lemons to put into 15 sacks. Okay. 83 lemons, 15 sacks. She wants to put the same number of lemons in each sack. How many lemons should she put in each sack? All right. That means I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide 83 by 15. Now, I know my 15 is a little bit easier than others, so I'm going to go ahead and try to figure that out on my own. So 15, and I'm going to write it on the side. Then we go 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. Okay, that's times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6. Okay, so it goes in there 5 times. I'm going to subtract 8 left over. So 5 remainder 8. But freeze. The question says, how many should she put in each sack? You can't put 5 remainder 8 in each sack. Nope. You also probably can't round up because it wouldn't make sense if I gave everyone 6 lemons because some of you would have 6 and some of you would have 4. Should I make it into a fraction? Can I put 8/15 of a lemon? If I'm going to a farmer's market, do I really want my lemon already cut so it can dry out? Probably not. What I would do is I would probably just take those 5 and I would ignore the remainder. Okay, so here we go. How many should she put in each sack? She should put 5. Why? I would ignore the remainder because it wouldn't be fair to round it up because not everyone would get the same amount. I also wouldn't want to put it as a fraction because the fruit may go bad. That's what I would say for that question. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you guys had time to write that down. Again, this is also one of the ones where if you have the accommodation, if you and I have talked, if we have made a plan for you to do the voice recorder, then that is an option for you. Do not use that unless you are given permission. I do not want you to use the video recorder. It takes up too much memory and sometimes it takes forever. Again, unless we have a conversation, okay? I want to work with you guys and I want to make sure you have what you need. They're there for kids that need it, okay? Number 10, Carly has 2 cucumbers. She is making 7 salads for family dinner. If she wants to put the same amount of cucumber in every salad, how much cucumber should she put in each salad? So freeze, time out. Can you have a fraction of food? Yeah. I have never went to the store and decided to make a salad and put an entire cucumber whole in my salad. You chop it up into pieces. You put a little slice on this one, a little slice on this one. Think about that, okay? Let's do our division. 2 cucumbers divided by 7. So I said division, and I can't really divide 2 by 7, but I can make it a fraction. What over how? What am I dividing? 2 cucumbers. How am I dividing it? 7 salads. 2 divided by 7 equals 2 sevenths. That's your number model. Using a division sign isn't always an option. Some people don't know how to do it, and that's okay. I will take your answer like this. That's what I would have taken. Okay. Number 11, Trent is training for a race. He ran 3/5 of a mile on Monday, 4/5 of a mile on Wednesday, and 2/5 of a mile on Friday. How far did he run in all? 1/5 plus 4/5 plus 2/5. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9/5 of a mile. So yes, technically you could say 9/5. But I want you to try to make it into a mixed number if you can. 9 divided by 5 is 1 with 4/5 left over. So this is how you would write it. 1 4/5. Gilbert bought a box of 36 markers. He shared 3/4 of the markers with friends. How many markers did Gilbert share with his friends? All right, 3/4 of 36. I know of means multiply, so 3/4 of 36. So this is one that we've done in the past. Remember, you can put it over 1 and then multiply straight across. Or you can do my trick. Multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. It does not matter the order. So for me, I'm going to divide first, and then we'll multiply. 36 divided by 4 is 9, times 3 is 27. So your answer will be 27. Now, we're going to check our answers. We're going to check it because I want to make sure I'm right. You know, this is how you check your work. 3 times 36. Okay, 3 times 6 is 18. Here my 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay. 108 divided by 4. 4 goes into 10 2 times. 2 left over. 4 goes into 28 7 times. None left over. Your answer for this one would be 27. 27. So how many markers total did he share with his friends? He shared 27 markers. That means he kept the rest to himself. This last question is using the power of 10 in exponential notation. So 7 times 100 is the same thing as 7 times 10 to the what power? Exponential notation means use exponents. So this one would be 10 to the second power because there are 2 zeros. It's to the 100th. 18 times 10 to the 5th. 29 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Now, these have an answer there. You can see that now they're like a darker blue. That means that you have an answer in that spot and you're okay. Do you see how these are light blue? That means I don't have an answer and I need one. 7 times 100. 700. 18 times 1,000. Is 1,800,000. The way I did that so quickly is I literally typed 18 and then I added 5 zeros. This time I'm going to do 29 and add 7 zeros. All right. 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I put my commas. There you go. That's how you answer that question. So your study guide should be complete. Now you have seen how I did it and how I found my answers. I want you to try very, very hard to study this weekend. I am adding slides attached to this that has the study guide so you can practice again and so you can see it in a little different format. Okay? On Monday will be your test. Make sure Monday you come to my Zoom first. Okay? Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you Monday.